What up? It's your girl Peach here. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a product review on the Taliah Waajid Green Apple Aloe line. Alright, so within this line there are several different products. So I'm going to go over the ones that I purchased. The shampoo. Okay. The leave-in conditioner. And the Hold Me Down Jelly. They kill me with these names. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a listing of all the products that they have. I'm gonna put a picture here. So thinking in terms of all the products that they have and the products that I normally use, the only thing that was missing at the time that I was looking for it was a deep conditioner. So traditionally I do like to wash my hair and deep condition my hair. I don't usually use a rinse out conditioner just because a rinse out conditioner just doesn't do it for me. I have thick coarse hair, and with all that being said, I usually need something a little bit creamier, a little bit heavier on my hair. The other thing is too, when you think about the rinse out conditioners, you know, they don't tend to penetrate into the hair. They're made for you to rinse out, you know, wash it and then rinse it out. So they're not as conditioning as a deep conditioner or a mask. So thinking in terms of, they lay on top of the hair, the rinse out, okay, but the deep conditioner is made to penetrate into the hair, okay. And the way you get it to penetrate through the hair is, what you would do is you go ahead, of course you want to wash your hair, make sure it's clean, and then after you wash it and rinse that out, you go ahead and put the mask on it, and then put a plastic cap on top of your head. Then you go sit under the dryer and about 20-30 minutes or so, just to make sure that that heat is getting in there, and that heat's gonna go ahead and open up the hair in order for conditioner to penetrate in. So with that being said, that's why I would prefer to do that. I mean, if I'm gonna go ahead and have a wash day, I might as well have a good wash day. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my tried and true, the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil, okay, Strengthen and Restore Conditioner. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, hop in the shower, wash my hair, and I'll come back and return after I get done deep conditioning. I'm back. Alright you guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start applying the product. I want to make sure that I let you guys know how I usually do my wash and goes. I make sure that my hair is soaking wet. So right out of the shower, but I have so much thick hair that it's going to make me have to keep on spraying it as I go. I'll show you the process. I typically have it sectioned off in 4 sections, one down straight down the middle, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then I'll break down these sections. Depending on what kind of hair day I'm having, sometimes I'll have to break those sections down to 2 to 3 parts. You'll see as I go, but I usually spray the whole section that I'm working on, and then as I go through I spray each part of that section, because even as I'm talking now, my hair is drying. So let's hop into it. I'm gonna probably just start off showing you what I do, and actually I need to start off with a part there. So I usually start in the back. When I make my parts this way, I usually start in the back if my part's on the side. Okay, so take the clip out. You can do this part with your fingers or not. It doesn't really matter, depending on what you use. Now I will say that shampoo, the shampoo was kind of different. I mean, it felt really slippery. It lathered well and it felt slippery, so I felt like my hair was, it should have felt clean, but because of the slickness, it kind of was so slippery that it was almost like slimy, if that makes sense. It was too slick. It may take some take some getting used to in order for me to not feel that way, but it was different. It was definitely different. Now, did my hair feel dry afterwards? No, it didn't feel dry. It almost gave me the illusion that I may be able to detangle it, but it wasn't enough slip for that. Even though it was slick and kind of slimy, it was just not the same. But it almost seemed like it made my curls come together. It was really weird, really different. Anyway, let's hop into this. Okay, so take this section. Like I said, I usually would spray it. This first section, I'm not gonna spray the whole area just because it's soaking wet right now. This is the first section, but as I go through my hair, it will dry. I usually take my Denman brush just to kind of use it as a detangler. Sometimes I flip it up in order to get that little bit of a curl at the end, just depending on what I'm feeling like that day. Okay, so let's get into this products. All right. Ooh, it smells good. So I don't know if you guys can see that type of texture. I will do a close-up, but I'll just show y'all right now a little bit of it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do a close-up on it. It's kind of got a it's a jelly-like consistency, like it should be. It's just a jelly. Now let me see about this. Make sure that this cap does not have a seal on it. This is my first time using this stuff. I never did use it. Make sure I smell it. Yeah, it smells. It has that apple smell to it as well. Now this stuff here is different. So it's a leave-in, but it's kind of watery. It's kind of a watery leave-in. Kind of give me the vibes of the Shea Moisture Jamaican castor oil, black castor oil. Kind of how that is kind of like a thin liquid. This is the texture. It's kind of like a jelly. It really does have the consistency of like a jelly. It's not very thick. It's kind of has a thin consistency to it. All right, the next one I'm gonna take a look at is the leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioner. It's best if I go ahead and show this to you by maybe spraying it in my hand so you can see it. That looks like I don't know. It's a little thin too. It's kind of watery as well. All right. So the next thing we have, or last thing we have here, is the shampoo. All right. So the shampoo. Let's see. I'm just gonna open it because it's probably easier for you to see it. I mean, it's like any other shampoo in terms of, you know, it's got a liquid consistency to it. But when you look at it, look at how it's all creamy. I'm gonna start off with my leave-in. Squeeze a little bit into my hand. Okay, you guys, so there's this tab in the front and you have to remove the tab. If you don't, like, slide it over, then you can't open the pump. I wasn't aware of that. I hadn't seen one like that. But so I wanted to spray it in my hand just to see the consistency of it. Alright, so it feels funny. I may just spray it directly on my hair. I do like to put things on my hands because I like to feel it on there, and I just rub. But I'm gonna spray. I'm gonna spray like 2-3 sprays. That way I know how much I'm using. Okay, so it feels good going on. Feels pretty good. Okay, so let me do the next. Take about this much gel per section. Okay. And put a little bit more on the end. I didn't feel it going all the way down. Alright. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I think it's doing something, you guys. So I'm doing the rake method. And I'm just raking it through. Kind of rake it in a crisscross angle. Make sure I get all the strands, get some on there. Okay. I'm kind of liking it. Alright, let's move on to the next section. I typically have this turned around as I feel like the back of my hair is a lot longer than the front of my hair, so I tend to make sure that that is covered. I do not like water running down my back. Okay, I'm gonna spray it. Now again, I might spray this in my hand, and it's kind of just the awkwardness of me looking in this camera and not seeing, being able to see in the mirror exactly what's going on. So it's kind of messing with me. Let's see. So I'm gonna try. That seems a little drier. Let me put a little bit more on the ends. Take some of this gel, about the same amount. This looks like it's a little bit more hair, so we'll see how it goes through. All right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is more of the same. Just spraying the hair with water, detangling it with my Denman brush, giving it a little flip for a little curl at the end, applying the leave-in, and applying the gel. Smoothing those in and raking them through. I do like to clip my hair so that it is out of the way, as well as kind of keeps its shape and form before it starts to dry. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to some music.
So when it comes to my edges, I usually just take a little bit of the product. Okay, I dip it in the jar. Sometimes if I'm thinking about it, I'll take it and dip it in just the top, and then you get kind of more of an even coverage. All right, now I'm gonna need to use my mirror to see this, so I'm gonna have to have my head down. But basically I just take the brush and go up into my hair. Take the hairline up into the hair. And then the tricky part is I do have a bald spot right here. So it's always just trying to swoop into the hair. It's basically it. I don't really do much else. I mean, when I look at the other side, I may go in and do a little bit of swoop in there, but not much because my hair is going to cover it up anyway. And then I'll take the side here and I'll just do it like that. Push it back. It's pretty much it. I don't know about this. It doesn't look like it's going to be as defined as I would like. I feel like it's going to be really big and voluminous, but I really am not into the big and voluminous. As you can see me smushing it down now, I'm not really into the big and voluminous because what happens with my hair, it's already big. So most of my products that I try and use products that are gonna like make it a little more not as big, like try to make all the hairs come together and clump together. That's what I'm looking for. This product, it is not clumping my hair together. So we'll see what's going on, because right now I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pause the video. I gotta go ahead and get it in the dryer. I'm gonna get it in the dryer for about, I don't know, it depends on the products. Sometimes these products were kind of thin, so it may not take me as long, but it's gonna probably take me at least about an hour or so. And I'll come back on the video and let y'all know how I dried and give you like a close-up as to what it looks like. So it's about 80% dry. I do not like it at all. The only definition I have is at the ends, and I'm trying to zoom in for you guys to see. Just the ends are like curled at the ends, but it is really frizzy. I'm highly disappointed in Taliah Waajid. I really had high hopes for it. Everybody raved about it. Oh, this is the best ever. This is gonna be so great. It's not. It's not. Let me know if you have any other suggestions about any type of deep conditioner versus rinse out conditioner. Alright, it's your girl Peach here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.